Okay, I'm recording. And welcome back to Little Miss 20-something, aka Caitlin's Life, if you're watching on YouTube. Wow, it's been like a really long time since I podcasted / filmed. I've taken a long hiatus, and I've been meaning to make this video for a long time, since probably like September, but I didn't know exactly the best way to go about it, and I wasn't even gonna make it today. I really shouldn't be time-wise, but I just really feel it on my heart that I need to just film this and get this out there. So I don't really know how to go into this topic, but we're gonna get political because it's a hot topic in the United States of America, and I think almost all of my listeners are from America. And if you are, I'm sure you're aware of the state this country's in right now. I feel like it's safe to say that America is no longer a democracy. Congress members weren't, like, Democratic Congress members were not being allowed in the Board of Education. We have Elon doing the Nazi salute. We have Kanye with one single piece of merchandise on his website, and it's a shirt with the swastika on it. DEI is getting taken down due to Trump's executive orders. I mean, to put it bluntly, our country is like living in a shit show right now. I try not to swear on the internet because my mom hates swearing, and I don't think she really knows that I swear. Sorry, Mom, love you. But like, in my personal opinion, I'm living in hell. The misogyny in this country is just getting out of hand and crazy. I'm honestly quite sick of it, and I'm really quite sick of the excuses from all of these Christian leaders that have made the executive decision to endorse Trump, and to not only endorse Trump, but say he is for Christianity and for Christian beliefs, because it's just so clear that he's not. And I feel it on my heart to film this video because I would say I'm a pretty religious person, and I'm Catholic, guys. I'm a Catholic girl. Catholic girly pops. I know there's stereotypes, and I don't really care. I'm a Catholic girl, and you know what? I believe love is love. I believe that every woman should have the right to make her own choice about her own body. I think you should be able to identify as whoever you want to. I might not agree with it, but again, it's not me. I'm just really, in general, sick of Christians using religion as an excuse to be and support a bigot and support all of these just genuinely and obviously hateful activities. It's really embarrassing as a Christian to see all this going on, because like these are the people that are representing our faith, and that's why I think it's even more important that I voice my opinions politically, because I want people who aren't Christian to know that there's people out there that love and support you and want you to be your genuine and authentic self and want you to have all your rights. And it's really sickening to know that there's so many Christians out there that are using Christianity as a way to spread hate onto groups that are different than us. I think it didn't really click until I was in my car with one of my good friends the other day. She's actually a newer friend. And we're just talking about politics and how it's just like so frustrating, like politically where we're at, like, because it feels like all this stuff's going on, and it's so overwhelming and disheartening and disappointing to see that, like, our country made it this far. Like, Trump's the first felon president, the first rapist president that was, like, convicted rapist, like, homophobic, sexist, anti-veteran, anti-disabled, like, the list goes on. It's crazy for me to see all these, just genuinely to see all these Christians that wholeheartedly believe he's a good representation of what Christianity is. Because, like, are we reading different Bibles? Like, I'm sorry. In the Bible, they talk about, like, the Antichrist. He's not gonna, like, look like a demon. He's gonna blend in with the people, corral a group of people, and deceive them into thinking he is the Christ. And that's exactly what people are doing. Like, you see these Christians idolizing him like a god. He's like, you don't know, like, I don't know any other political, like politician of any kind that has such, like, a following. Like, it's like you're in a cult. Like, I don't really care if I get hate for saying this, but if you're a part of MAGA, you're in a cult I fear. Like, that's what it is. That is what it is. You are eating up a bunch of lies from an awful human. He says he's a Christian, but he was the first president to not put their hand on the Bible to get sworn into presidency. He says he's a Christian, but he couldn't name one verse in the Bible. He says he's a Christian, but he does nothing but spread hate and bigotry to others. He says he's a Christian, but he's selling $60 Bibles to scam and profit off of people, off of his cult-like following. Like, if you're not a Christian and you've faced, like, bigotry of any kind from, like, a MAGA Christian, I personally want to apologize and let you know that, like, not all Christians or Catholics are like this. And I wish I could give you a hug and say I'm sorry in person, because, like, I just don't know why it's so hard for people to conceive that, like, I don't even know how to express the words. Like, I just can't comprehend why someone would vote for Trump. And if you did, I know you can't change your vote right now, but I really urge you to think about why you're following someone like that. You're following someone with 27 that we're aware of. Last time I checked. Could be more. Wouldn't be surprised if it was more. 27 sexual assault allegations. One which was tried in the court of New York and she won. So, proven rape. Proven sexist. Mind you, okay, let me rewind for a sec. 7 of those accusations were from children. 7. He's not just a sexual abuser. He is a sexual abuser of children. A rapist of children. That's disgusting. He is outwardly sexist and has made the most disgusting remarks about his daughter. He is a perfect example of what every Christian should strive not to be. He has very bluntly, publicly, and obviously been racist, homophobic, anti-veteran, and anti-disabled people. He's fat-phobic, and he's also ugly-phobic. That's not really a thing, but he likes to shit on women for being ugly, which is so funny because he literally looks like a Cheeto with a really crappy wig glued to the top of it, somehow dressed up. I don't even know. Like, I don't know where he gets off judging women when he looks like that. Like you look like you fell into like a frying machine and got left in too long. Like, literally, where do you get off? And just a genuine horrible person. And I just had to come on here and say, I don't endorse it. I think Trump's an awful person. And I hope that everyone's staying safe. I'm low-key a little bit scared of getting hate crimed because I put a normal people don't vote for a rapist sticker on the back of my car. And my mom thinks I might get hate crimed for that too. So praying that I don't, but also praying for all of those communities that are at risk of having their rights taken away. As a Christian and as a Catholic, I'm going to say I think God was pro-choice. Gasp. It might be a hot take. But, guys, did we read the Bible? The Bible, like, God wouldn't have given us free will if he didn't want us to be able to make our own decisions. God would have made us little robots if he wanted us all to be Christians and just follow him mindlessly. God can do that and would do it if he wanted us to do that. But he didn't want that. So why is the government trying to tell other people what they can do and how they should live their lives? I hear so many Christians using oh, Trump's taking, no matter who Trump is, he's leading our country in a more Christian direction. Well, last time I checked, the U.S. wasn't founded on Christianity. First of all, we're on stolen land. So, last time I checked, Native Americans weren't Christian. So this is not Christian land. This is stolen land. Which, don't even get me started on the fact that Trump's trying to deport Native Americans. Please, where are you going to deport them to? Where are you going to deport them to? We are on their land. If you're going to deport anyone, are we going to talk about the fact that half the people in Congress and half the people in the White House have little wives from other countries? Deport me! Deport me back to Europe, please. It'd be better there. Anyways, I don't even know what tangent I was on. I'm gonna need to pause to see what I was talking about because I legitimately have no clue. Native Americans, stolen land, immigration? No, I definitely wasn't talking about immigration. Okay, I'm going back. Hold on. Stop. Why won't you talk? And we're back. Why the government's trying to tell people what they can and can't do. And America being a Christian country. Guys, be so freaking for real right now. America was never a Christian country. It was founded on stolen land, first of all. Second of all, the God that George Washington and all those people wrote about, not the same Christian God. They did not believe, they weren't Christians. They believed in a God, not the same Christian God. Y'all calling this a Christian country, you didn't even do your research. And you know what? That's what it all comes down to. MAGA is founded on unintellectual people that haven't done their research and aren't able to I don't even know. I think they just don't have the mental capacity to put two and two together. For example, the guy that helped decide and put an end to a bunch of stuff in DEI was a DEI hire. Sir, you are in a wheelchair. DEI is the reason you can access the White House. Like, good luck getting into places now. Like, what? Like, what are you going to do once you get fired? Like, you're the DEI hire, sir. People don't know how DEI works. If you are a woman, if you are not white, if you aren't from a rich family, if you are in the LGBTQ community, if you have mental health issues, if you have physical health issues, if you're disabled, if you're a veteran, if you were in the prison system at any time, if you're a pregnant person of any kind, all of those groups of people are affected by DEI. And like, people are like, oh, well, it's just starting with trans people. Of course it is. It always starts with the group facing the most adversity. And then it goes to the gays and the people of color and then the women. Like, y'all are forgetting, like, it was less than 100 years ago that, like, women couldn't own their own property. Women couldn't get a credit card. Like, women just got our ability to vote not that long ago. Like, Jim Crow laws were around not that long ago. Like, it does not take that long for us to regress. And there is a reason that countries around the world are protesting America. There is a reason that Canada is now offering, what is the word? Offering, like, immunity to come over to Canada if you're scared of the government here. I can't remember what that word is. I'll put it in the video. But, like, other countries, we're on a terrorist list. Other countries are advising people not to come visit here because it's dangerous for other people of different backgrounds, which I would agree it is. There's a reason that other people look at America right now and they think that we are Nazi Germany. And as a Catholic Christian, it is so important that I use my voice to advocate for others with different backgrounds. This is America. This is supposed to be the melting pot. This is not supposed to be a bunch of Christians hanging out. No. This is supposed to be people of all races, religions, sexual orientations, and backgrounds, rich and poor. You should be able to come to America and make a life for yourself. That's what America was founded on. Not being Christian and Christian values. And when we're talking about Christianity, it doesn't mention abortion in the Bible once. Let's start there. Y'all are so heavy on the abortion topic. It doesn't mention abortion once in the Bible. Also, for a group that loves to waste their time complaining about trans people and saying, you want to protect women? If you want to protect women, don't vote for a sexual abuser that sexually abuses many, 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 many women, supports other sexual abusers, and empowers other sexual abusers. So, as a Christian, I really, really am just begging any MAGA folk that see this video to take a second and to really read the Bible and look at what Jesus teaches. Because you know what? Jesus was hanging out with the prophets, or he was not hanging out with the people in the temples and the churches. Jesus was hanging out with the prostitutes. He was hanging out with the disabled, with the sick, with the women, with the children, with the people that people didn't usually preach to. The people that are all different, the minorities. Because Jesus loved all, despite your differences, despite what your sins were, despite what you did. If you were willing to listen, he was willing to be there. And it's so frustrating to see other Christians use Christianity as an excuse to promote bigotry and hate to others. It's disgusting and embarrassing. And honestly, if you voted for Trump, that's so embarrassing. And if you didn't feel the need to vote at all, that's embarrassing too. Because you didn't feel the need to stand up against a racist, against a sexist, against a sexual abuser, against a homophobic, anti-veteran, anti-disabled, xenophobic predator. You felt the need to say, that's not affecting me enough to take a stance against it. Against women's rights, against human rights. You decided standing up against someone endorsed by the Nazi Party wasn't a big enough deal to go out and vote. I don't care if you didn't love everything with Kamala. I don't care, because it didn't matter. This election wasn't about policy or any of that. It was about human rights. Human rights. I thought everyone cared about people like I did, and then my friend pointed out that I was just an empath. It really doesn't make sense to me how someone can be so selfish as to not consider even for a second what someone else might be going through. I don't have to be from an immigrant family to understand that shit happens in the world, and sometimes you need to do stuff you're not supposed to do in order to get yourself in a better situation that could be safer for your family or your kids. You don't know what those people are going through. And you know what? To all the Christians crapping on immigrants, Jesus was an immigrant, and Trump surely wouldn't be letting Jesus into the country right now. Think about that. Think about that. Jesus was an immigrant. Jesus was born in a land that he was not from. If you're a Christian, and just from the bottom of my heart, if you're a Christian and you voted for Trump, I really urge you to try and educate yourself on, oh no, it's falling. Oh well. My fake eyebrow piercing just broke. Oh well. Anyways, if you're a Christian, I really urge you to take some time, read the Bible, pray about it, sit with it, maybe go to adoration if you're Catholic, and really think about God's and Jesus' core values and core message. Because at the end of the day, I don't think it was hate. I don't think it was trying to take other people's rights away. I don't think it was removing education and promoting bigotry. God's message was love, and it was loving everyone despite your differences. And even if this reaches a few people, I hope this helps in some way. And I hope if any of the people this reaches aren't Christians, I hope this gives you a little hope that not all Christians are bad and bigots. And some of them love everyone and want, basic human rights for all. So I know this was kind of short, chaotic YouTube video, podcast, but I just had to get this out there and get this off my chest and make it very clear where I stand, in case you don't follow me on Snapchat, TikTok, or Instagram, because I'm very loud on there where I stand politically. But thanks for tuning in. If you want to check me out on TikTok, CrazyKatie8, Instagram, I just changed it. Just updated it. Caitlin Sully 8. YouTube, I will put what it is, but just subscribe below. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, and on Spotify, I'm Little Miss 20 something. So I hope you all enjoyed. Love you. Before I go, I also wanted to add, this has always and will always be a welcoming place to anyone a part of the LGBTQIA plus community. Trans people are real people, have always been real people, and will always be real people, even if the government says different. And by the government standards, everyone's a woman, so I'm a lesbian. So happy Pride, mofos! Mwah. Also, this is also a place for anyone of any other minority, sexual assault survivors, rape survivors, here for you, with you, stand with you. I'm proud of you. This is a welcoming place to everyone except Trumpies. Reformed Trumpies are welcome if you'd like to educate yourself, but please only come educated. Thank you!